Cancer, welcome to your super quick, well, quite quick, but not a quick reading. Quite quick, it's not a short, is what I mean. Celtic cross, and I've laid your cards, and I think what it's to do with is getting rid of some resistance and confusion in order to get very clear about what you want. If that feels sort of relevant to you, we'll pull some extra cards at the end. I'm going to try and keep it going at a pace, so let's see. So, diving straight in, you internally, the Four of Cups. This is sort of not wanting to grasp a cup, and in this case, unconsciously grasping it, but not really being fully aware of what you're doing, sort of asleep on the shore, water lapping at your feet. So it's a kind of ennui and sort of boredom and resistance. So there's something you're resisting internally, and how that's making you act on the outside is the Prince of Pentacles. Maybe you're being a bit of the eternal student. Keep going back to the drawing board, keep learning something, feel quite young in a way. Maybe if you're refusing to accept the next stage, maybe you feel a bit halted in this young stage where you're always learning something. Now, what that is, whether that's about work or yourself, I'm not sure. Relationships. The basis of the situation, where it'll become clear, is the Queen of Torches, the Queen of Wands, and the Moon in reverse, and then the Prince of Cups in the upright. So not knowing, Prince of Cups is talking about taking action in love, but with the Moon and the Queen of Wands in reverse, there's a sense of confusion and lack of intuition and lack of ownership of what you really feel, being a bit shy about it in a way. So it's difficult to bring some love to somebody else. Maybe this is a love reading. If there's a kind of murkiness on how to be fully powerful, like the Queen of Wands is. So in the recent past, we see the Six of Cups in reverse. So something not working about your childhood. The Eight of Swords, sort of feeling very upset about that, something from your childhood. And the Four of Pentacles, holding on to something desperately, but feeling a bit stuck. I often get the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups together. They always come out together for me. Well, not always, it's very definitive, but often. So there's a sense of that stuckness, haltedness, self-victimization coming from something that's come up about your childhood or the past, something you feel nostalgic about. And the Emperor is one potential outcome. So kind of getting quite rigid and putting your armor on and deciding that in this one, I like it, he's looking after his lamb, so that feels rather healthy. He's shielding his lamb. He's shielding the childlike sides of themselves. So kind of getting your boss on and really protecting the part of you that felt a bit hurt and victimized. So that would be helpful. Coming up in the near future, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Again, helpful. It means that we're coming out of a kind of metaphorical death, the point when you go, okay, I can't keep going with this anymore, I just give up. And it feels as if you're moving out of that phase, so that's great. And then your attitude, the Queen of Pentacles, which is so lovely, it's so loving. So there's a sense in which you really, really want to give lots of love and care, and also self-esteem to yourself. I mean, she is loving, and look at how she's holding on to that cow. She's very earthy, but she also really values herself, which I like, because it brings that sort of Queen of Torches into the upright, that sort of feeling of self-esteem that was being a bit murky before. She values herself a lot. She gets paid fairly. She makes things beautiful for everyone else, but she better be looked after, or there's going to be trouble. And in your home environment or your work environment, wherever we're reading about here, there's a sense of groping around intuitively to try and get some meaning, feeling quite intuitive because the door is open and you're kind of investigating something and you're getting somewhere with it, that door inside her. And your hopes and fears, the universe and the Three of Cups, you want to be able to be more in the center and more valued by your friendships and in celebration. So maybe this is about the way that you relate with self-esteem to friendship groups where you feel that you're taken seriously and given the respect that you need. And where it's all going, the Three of Torches. You know what you want and you're going after it here. So I really like that. It feels like movement, particularly. She's sitting on the cliffs, but she really sees what she wants. And once you can really see what you want, then you can go for it. Right, let's pull you some extra tarot cards here. We've got the Rider-Waite, but this one's a different deck first. What have we got as a comment on this? 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to value yourself more. Look at how she is so resplendent with all that on her head, and her bird is tamed. She's achieved so much. She's a character of very high value. I think this is about your value, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles there as well. You need to get into a higher value. And then the Emperor. This time it was in reverse. So I think what that's saying is that the Emperor is reversed when you don't value yourself enough. When he's looking after that little lamb, it's when he's looking after your self-esteem and your value, and he sees how special you are and nurtures you. So that's something you need to do for yourself in order to get this sense of respect back and your position in this group or in this love relationship. I'm not sure if it's... It looks like friendship to me. And then what have we got here? 2 of Pentacles. There's been a bit of juggling. Okay. A bit of juggling. Oh, this pack is all in different directions. Maybe that's what it's commenting on. Because it is in a bit of a mess. So juggling. What have you been juggling? Are you juggling feelings that go backwards and forwards, flip-flop? One day you feel this, the next that? Is it that sort of energy? Let's see, or is it just commenting on this pack being a mess? Oh, it fell out there. The Strength card, you do have the strength to deal with this. You can master these feelings. You will get on top of it. It slightly reminds me of the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, and there will be love messages coming with the Page of Cups. So it's good. You're going to be back in a position of innocence and giving. So look at how, like, there's something similar there, isn't there, with the beast on her lap in the Page of Pentacles. So you've got to use your inner strength, and then this messages of love from maybe the people around you, and your ability to hear them and connect to that, will come back on board. But it's to do with self-esteem, really looking after that quite seriously now. I'm going to pull you a creativity card. There's 2, and we've got accomplishment. Remember past accomplishments as a way to overcome doubt in the present self-doubt. Well, that is your 9 of Pentacles with her lovely headdress, because she's all about her accomplishments and passion. It will take passion for you to push through self-criticism to get to your place of confidence. Okay, so passionately look after yourself is what I would say. Passionately think about your accomplishments and your 9 of Pentacles. And let's get you an oracle card. That's a way of closing this out. We've got 2. What have we got over here? We've got transform your thoughts. Okay, it's thoughts about yourself, no doubt. And tend the roots of reciprocity. Gosh, how beautiful. Okay, I'm going to read both of those. I think they look like transforms your thoughts around your value and friendship. It's interesting reading. 6. This is transform your thoughts. Your thoughts have power. They can carry you to all sorts of places. Ones you adore and ones you despise. The moment is asking you to revise your situation by renewing your thoughts about it. Your current reality was shaped by your thoughts, whether conscious or unconscious. The good news, since reality is influenced by thought, and a thought can be changed in a snap, so can your reality. Seek to become conscious of the thoughts you want to keep alive, and the ones you need to be that need to be transformed. When you nourish thoughts of loving self-care and practice allowing what is rather than resisting it, your heart can take flight, and your reality is sure to follow. Okay, so this is about your value, because look how similar. It's almost like there's a blue section of that. Transform your thoughts about how valuable you are. Look at her headdress in the 9 of Pentacles. Start thinking about how lucky people are to have you in their life, and off you go. And then number 4, look to your partnerships. This could be a time to renew or negotiate business, renew romance or friendship, or nurture the very partnerships that you have with your own soul. All parts of your physical life are interdependent, with the elements, creatures and plants of the earth. A healthy inner life requires all parts of the psyche working together in harmony, whether outward or inward. It's time to balance genius and shadow, reconcile love and fear, strike a balance between logic and emotion. This balance encourages reciprocity and engenders healthy relationships with self and others. Take stock of where you are entwined in healthy interdependence and where you are not. This is a time for tending to the roots of reciprocity. It's perfect. It's about those relationships, love or friendship. You need to redraw them with yourself as this incredibly valuable character in the middle of it. So you need to get on top of your thoughts about it. Remember, you've got the strength, and there is love messages coming to you, but shield those hurt parts with the Emperor and his shield on that lamb. Really take seriously your self-esteem, and then things are going to get better. See you again.